On here real quick because today I experienced firsthand something that really broke my heart. So as most of you know, my boyfriend's been fighting for visitation for his two youngest kids for going on 2 years and 3 months. I won't disclose his ex-wife's name because she will probably use this video against him, but I did experience today how messed up our court system is. We were able to get a lawyer, and we had a lot of evidence against her showing that she does not co-parent with him. And basically, they told my boyfriend to be quiet. They made everything at her discretion, and now we're back to square one. Basically, she's the type of person that she has to be in control of everything. She needs to know everything that's going on. Just to fill some of you guys in on the past history, so they were married or together for about 5 years. She had 3 relations with 3 strangers that she met off of Craigslist. She had 3 sexual relations with 3 strangers off of Craigslist. Also, she tried to have a baby with a very close family member of his, and tried to run away with his middle daughter, and wanted to have a baby with him. He got onto methamphetamines, but he has been clean for 3 years now. And today in court, the guardian ad litem didn't like the fact that he had a lawyer, and neither did his ex. So they pulled the card that because he didn't apparently have a paper signed for the guardian ad litem to have access to all of his drug screens from the past 3 years, they found that to be an issue. Mind you, he just had a drug screen with his probation officer in March of this year, which came out to be clean. Also, wow, don't you think if somebody was still using and got caught by their PO that they would be in jail? Yeah, well, he hasn't, and he hasn't been back. People do make mistakes, and that's one thing that makes me mad is that, one person makes a mistake, and that's all they can throw in your face. Meanwhile, she did get caught shoplifting with their oldest daughter. So how do we know she's still not shoplifting, but she just hasn't been caught? That's kind of the same thing. You throw the same thing in somebody's face, it's going to make them want to do the same thing. This poor guy, like, my heart breaks for my boyfriend. Even though I don't have kids, I can only imagine. You make a mistake. Mistakes happen. You learn from it and you grow. This poor man has done everything that his ex wants. He's taken co-parenting classes. He's done everything under the sun, other than for her to say to jump and him ask how high. He has not seen his kids in 3 years. They're 6 and 3. This guy was a stay-at-home dad with his kids every day. Every minute that they were awake, he was there. Now, you have people that don't even want anything to do with their kids, and, baby mamas and ex-wives are having to take their baby daddy or significant other to court to make them be in their kids' life. But you have an individual here that wants nothing than to feel the hug of his kids. But you have a conniving ex like this, and all the while this poor man is in recovery. They were not even legally separated. Within 2 months, she moved another male into that house. Why? For what? What is so? I just want to know from her, like, what kind of feeling do you get from keeping those kids' father from them? That's what I don't understand. Like, in any female that I talk to this about, they are like appalled by this feeling. Like I said, majority of the time it's the other way around. They're having to argue and get the kid's father to be in their life. But you have this man that would give his shirt off of his back to help anybody, and they're allowing a conniving, bitch like that to control everything. Mind you, she is 10 years younger, but she has the mentality of a child. How can you give a child the power to put everything at her discretion? Like, something is wrong with this court system. And, I try not to put everybody's business out there, but I feel strong about this. Like, I have to see this man cry and see the hurt in his eyes because of her. And you would think that in Virginia, that they would want their kid's father to be in their life. And you have an individual here that wants to be with his kids, and the courts are allowing her to keep them away from him. I don't understand, like, what satisfaction that she gets from this. But obviously she won't see this video because I'm blocked. I've never met this girl a day in my life. Wish nothing bad on her. I mean, we have a binder that we put together this thick for court, and even got a lawyer today. Even had evidence to show. She even made this man take a co-parenting class that she took, and she's not even co-parenting. What sense does this make? Why are you making somebody jump through the hoops? I mean, do you get some enjoyment out of it? Are you getting some, like, weird infatuation out of it? You know, and she's acting like she made these kids on her own. Obviously, when I went to school and we had sex ed, you know, it takes a sperm and an egg to make a kid. I mean, unless she went to a sperm bank, but, I mean, his kids look just like him, so, I mean, that's out of the question. And I'm not on here to put hatred towards her or say anything bad about her, but at one point in time, she made a mistake 4 times. Not once, but 4. 3 sexual relations with strangers she met off of Craigslist while he was at home taking care of their oldest. Then try to have a baby with their family, with a very, very close, basically, family member. Then on top of that, you go and you shoplift with your oldest. He makes one mistake because he tried to keep his family together and couldn't deal with you. He's been clean for 3 years. I know a boatload of people that have been on drugs and have lost their kids, and guess what? They've gotten their kids back. I mean, do you have some kind of, like, self-esteem issue that you like the fact that you can control him? But I'm going to tell you now. And I really want to say your name. You may be getting all this glory, and you may be able to tell your family and all that I won in court. But honey, your day's going to come to an end, and I will be there to laugh in your face. But you know when that will probably be? When your children find out the truth about how manipulative you are, and that you kept their father from them. For what? For your satisfaction? And that's the day that I will laugh in your face. But I just had to bring to everybody's attention how the Virginia court system is. If you don't have money, and if it's not people you don't know, you're basically not going to get anywhere. But I can tell this man that I love him more than anything else in this world. And we're going to get there. It may not be today, and it may not be tomorrow. It may not be the end of the year. But we're going to get there. And that's all I can say, is that we will get there. And somebody will finally see the person for who she is. Thanks, guys.